Research complete.
Hey, hello guys, my name is Pratik Man. Now let's start a new project about how we can create a obstacle detect robot car. This is the part 1. In the part 1 we are using a simple ultrasonic sensor without any movement. In the part 2 we are using the servo motor for checking the left, right and front distance. Okay, if the distance is greater then it's move as per their direction. Okay, that's the part number 2. Now let's start about part number 1. Okay, first you need some components, and that is, guys, you see I have this kit robot car. Okay, if you need to purchase then link in description, go and you can order online this kit. Okay, now let's start and set up this whole kit, guys. This one is component. Okay, first this like this board. Okay, and 2 BO motor for this kit. Okay, and one is this wheel for in the starting, like you see like this. Okay, and this motor attached to this portion, and this one is like this. Okay, and have 2 wheels, this one and this one. Okay, nice quality. And this one is for your cells. You need 4 cells. Okay, and one main switch for turn on our project and turn off. Okay, on and off, simple. Yeah. Okay, now let's set up, and this one is like some other components we need to attach step by step. Okay, now let's start, guys. Now everything is done, and you see this BO motor 1, BO motor 2 and free wheel I am connected here like this. Yes, now everything is done. Okay, now you need external hardware, that is this Arduino Uno. Next one you need this motor driver. Okay, name is L298N. Okay, and you see they have 2 terminals here, in the left and right have 2 terminals. This one is motor 1 and motor 2. Out 1, out 2, out 3, out 4. Out 1 means out 1, out 2 means motor 1 terminal, positive, negative. Okay, out 3 and 4 is a second motor. Okay, like I'm giving the example. Yes, like this one is my motor 1. Okay, you can choose any one. Like I'm this one, and I'm connected the positive terminal to 1, this one, and second is black terminal, I'm connected to this terminal. Okay, same here, negative, or we can say red terminal connect to this one, and black connect to this one. You can change, like if your motor work like anti-clockwise, then you can change these 2 terminals, like positive you need to connect to the end, and negative you need to connect to the first terminal. Okay, now let's come on the next terminals. This is motor 1, this one is motor 2. Yes, now let's come here. Okay, first you need to give the supply here, that is 9 to 12 volt, this terminal. Okay, we are going to connect this battery. Okay, after setup all, this have 2 terminals. You see, first red and second one is black. Red terminal we are going to connect the first terminal, this one. Okay, and black terminal is ground, we are going to connect to center terminal, this one. You can see in the block diagram also. Okay, and in the back side we are going to connect here, and you see this one is 12 volt. Okay, this one is ground, 12 volt we are using this red wire. Okay, and ground we are choose this one, and 5 volt we are connect directly to our Arduino Uno. Yes, everything is done. Okay, now let's concentrate about this pins. Okay, first you need to connect this jumper wire here. Okay, I removed, but you need to connect these 2 jumper wire here. Okay, short these 2 terminals. Okay, and we need to concentrate about this IN1, IN2, IN3, IN4. Okay, IN1 and IN2 for motor 1, this one, IN3 and IN4 motor 2, these terminals. Okay, we are going to connect, like if IN1 is on, or we can say if IN1 is high and IN2 is low, then your motor rotate clockwise direction. If you need to change to anti-clockwise direction, then what you do, you need to IN1 terminal low and IN2 terminal high, then your motor rotate anti-clockwise direction. Same for motor 2, IN3, IN4. If you are going IN3 to high and IN4 is low, then your motor rotate clockwise direction, and if IN3 is low and IN4 is high, then your motor rotate clockwise direction. Okay, yeah. Now next you need this ultrasonic sensor, link in description. You can easily go and buy about this type of components. Okay, there are 4 pins. This like I'm going to tell about the this VCC. Okay, and this one is your ground, this one is EC, and this one is TR. Yeah, next you need one servo motor, this one.
Okay guys, now let's come on the circuit diagram. Yes, this one. Okay, now this one is Arduino Uno. Okay, and this one is our ultrasonic sensor, and this is our servo motor. Next one is this is very important, our motor driver. Okay, link in description for this components, go and buy. Yeah, this one is battery. Okay, you need to give a 4 cells here. Okay, and this one is our main switch for turn on and turn off, or we can say activate our project or deactivate. Yes, now first component that is this driver. Okay, how we can connect to this Arduino. Yes, now you can see in the left and right side there have 2 terminals. Okay, and when you rotate this driver in the back side, already define the out 1 and out 2, and you see in the front side also declared OUT 1 and OUT 2. It means you need to connect motor 1 to this terminal, and this one is our BO motor. Okay, they have 2 terminals. One terminal you need to connect this one, second terminal you need to connect this one. Okay, if you need to change the direction, then you need to interchange these 2 connections. Okay, yes, same for 2 motor. First terminal connect to out 4, second terminal connect to out 3. Yeah, 2 motor is connected. And the next one is very important, these 3 terminals. One is for your 12 volt. Okay, 12 volt external, and this one is GND, or we can say common. This one is your 5 volt for our Arduino Uno. Yes, now 12 volt you need to connect directly to this board. There have 4 cells. Okay, half of this switch. When you turn on this switch, then supply go and activate our system. Okay, yes, and the ground you need to connect directly to ground pin in the black terminal. Yes, next one is 5 volt. This 5 volt you need to connect. Okay, like you see I describe here 5 volt. Now you see 5 volt this pin. Okay, and you need to connect to this breadboard. Okay, I'm define this one is our breadboard, or we can say as like a bus bar. Okay, this pin directly connect to this we can say metal piece. Okay, and this supply go to our Arduino Uno 5 volt. Okay, otherwise what you do, you need to direct connect this wire to directly 5 volt. But right now I'm using the loads of components, and every components need a 5 volt and ground. That's why I'm using this breadboard. Okay, okay, now let's come on next one, that is GND. And this GND you need to connect to our Arduino Uno also. Like first GND you need to connect this supply 12 volt, second terminal from this pin you need to connect to ground. Like I'm using this breadboard, second breadboard, this one, and this supply the gray color go to our GND of Arduino Uno. Okay, done. Now let's come on this one, these pins. Yes, you see there have a first enable A and enable 2. First you need to do the jumper here. Okay, because this one is our PWM. If you want to control the speed of motor, then you need to enable these 2 terminals. But right now I'm not control the speed, that's why you need to short these 2 terminals. Okay, enable A and enable 2. Next one is input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4. Yeah, input 1 and input 2 for motor 1, out 1 and out 2. Okay, and the next input 3 and input 4 pin for our motor 2, out 4 and out 3. This input 1 directly connect to pin number 2 of our Arduino Uno. Second input 2 pin number 3 of Arduino Uno, and the input 3 I'm connect to the pin number 4 of our Arduino Uno, and the last one input 4 and I'm connect to the pin number 5 of our Arduino Uno. Yes, this circuit is complete, and do step by step. Okay, the next one is we are going to connect this servo motor. Okay, yeah, this servo motor have a 3 pin. Okay, this first is gray, you need to connect this gray to GND. Okay, I'm using this bus bar. Okay, this gray wire directly go to our Arduino GND. Okay, next one is VCC. VCC is 5 volt. Connect to this terminal and connect to the breadboard. Okay, and this breadboard supply directly go to our Arduino Uno 5 volt. Yes, next is signal. Okay, right now I'm not defined here. What you do, this signal pin, you need to connect to the pin number 11 here. Okay, and the next one is our ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic sensor have a 4 pins. VCC directly connect to our 5 volt using this breadboard. Okay, next GND, same, connect to breadboard and directly go to our Arduino Uno GND. Yes, next is TRIG pin and ECHO pin. Okay, I already defined here. You can see in the analog pin, pin number 4, or we can say A4, I'm connected to TRIG. Okay, you need to connect this wire directly to this ultrasonic TRIG. Next one, you see in the A3, I'm using the ECHO pin. You need to directly connect to ultrasonic ECHO here. In the part 1, I'm not using this servo motor. Okay, I already connected to hardware, but I'm not using in the code. In the part 2, we are using this servo motor. Okay, yes, and now everything is done. Let's come on the programming part, Arduino IDE. Okay, now I'm going to tell about every single step here. Okay, and please write a code side by side. Yes, now first import this library newping.h. Okay, now what you do, go to tools, sketch, include library and search manage libraries. Okay, and please connect your laptop to internet. Yeah, wait a few seconds. Yes, now let's complete this downloading library index. Yes, now let's search here new ping, this one. Okay, this one is our ultrasonic sensor library. Yeah, you see I already installed this version 1.9.1, this latest. This one is previous 1.90 and this one is latest 1.9.1. yes, now after install this one, close and open your Arduino IDE. Yes, has defined TRIG pin in the ultrasonic sensor. You can see there are 2 pins, one is TRIG, second is ECHO pin. Yes, TRIG pin we define here A3 of our Arduino Uno. Okay, and this one is analog pin 3 and it's defined by A3. Next one is ECHO pin, you need to define A4. Okay, and in the command I declare here analog pin number 4. Yes, now we need to define the maximum distance of ultrasonic sensor. Help of hash define, I meant here this one is your variable, simple variable, you can change as per requirement. Maximum distance, I meant here 200. Okay, yes, this one is our ultrasonic library and this one is parameter we define here. Yeah, and maybe you understand very well. Yes, next one is I'm define here new ping. Okay, this one is our library new ping. Okay, I'm and write a one variable, that is sonar. In the sonar I'm define 3 parameters. One is TRIG pin. TRIG pin is this one, means which pin you connected. I'm connected to the A3 of our Arduino Uno. Second is ECHO pin, I'm connected to the A4, this one. Okay, next one is maximum distance and this maximum distance is our 200. Okay, yes, next one is I'm defined here, this one is our motor driver pins. These 2 pins for our motor 1, these 2 pins for our motor 2. And you see I already defined here left motor, next one is right motor and right motor. Okay, left motor forward, okay, left motor backward, means one motor, this BO motor rotate clockwise direction as well as anti-clockwise direction. Same for motor 2, right motor forward, right motor backward. Yes, and you see in the terminal 1, right motor backward, I'm connected to the pin number 2, right motor forward, I'm connected to the pin number 3, next to pin number 4, next pin number 5. Okay, and the motor driver pin is IN1, okay, IN2, next IN3, and last one is IN4. Yes, and you can define any motor to your left or right, is depend upon you. Yeah, next time create a one variable. Okay, I'm define a one character variable, that is LabView. Okay, now this step is done. Now let's come on the next, that is void setup. You need to define once here. Okay, yes, first we define here serial.begin. This one is our Arduino board rate 9600, because help of this we can easy to access from LabView also. Yeah, next one is this one is our parameter pin mode, and this one is our variable right motor forward, means this one right motor forward, pin number 3. And define a pin mode right motor forward, that is our output. Same left motor forward, this one also output. Left motor backward, this one also output. Right motor backward, this one also our output. Yeah, okay, now this step also complete. Now let's come on the next step, that is void loop. Yeah, in the void loop, what you need to define here first int data. Here I am defining here int data. Okay, this is the simple variable. Okay, why I'm using this one, because you see they have a read ping. This one is our function. Okay, in the downside you see here this one. Okay, and please write side by side int read ping. Okay, this one, you can change this name also. Okay, read ping. In this function I'm define the sum code here using the delay 10. Okay, delay 10, I'm enter here int cm. This one is our simple variable, that is centimeter. Help our ultrasonic library, we store our data like equal to sonar. Okay, sonar, this one is our variable, and you see I'm define here sonar. Okay, sonar dot ping centimeter. This one is our this one is ultrasonic library function, ping centimeter. Help of this we can store our centimeter in this variable. Okay, and this one is written because this one is our int function, return centimeter. Okay, then this value store in our data, means ultrasonic centimeter value store in our data. Okay, got it. Now what you do, I'm define or I'm print here serial dot println data, means I want to see what's the distance of my ultrasonic sensor. Then I'm define here. Okay, help of this you can easy to print in your serial monitor as well as in LabVIEW also. Yeah, next is I'm define here LabVIEW I already defined in the starting, and you see this one is store the character data type. Yeah, yes, LabVIEW I'm at here serial dot read, mean when you open the serial monitor like this one. Okay, when I open this serial monitor, if you enter any character here, like if I enter like this one, like this. Okay, this one is lots of characters here. Okay, right now I enter here P, this one is character. If I enter this one and I'm click to enter, okay, then this value store in our LabVIEW. Okay, got it. This one is my ultrasonic sensor range. Okay, yes. Okay, now this function you cleared. Now let's come on the next. This is condition if LabVIEW is which one? Serial monitor, means in the serial monitor you enter any character. Okay, any character, that's character stored in LabVIEW, and help of this we are creating some conditions here. If LabVIEW equal 1, okay, if LabVIEW equal 1, then our motor is rotate forward direction. Okay, this one is also function. Okay, this one is our move forward function. Now let's come on this function, go down, and yeah, this one. Okay, please write side by side. Yes, void I'm enter move forward. Okay, this one is function. In this function I'm entering some code. Okay, in this code I'm only define here digital write, this is parameter. Okay, I'm enter left motor forward, this one is high. Second, right motor forward, this one also high. Okay, and the left motor backward is low, right motor backward is low, means right now your motor is rotate, both motor rotate in a clockwise direction, because you define here left motor forward pin 1 is high, and next pin right motor forward also high, and the backward pins, this left and right backward pins is low, means your motor rotate in clockwise direction. That's why I'm define here move forward. Okay, yes, now this function is clear. Yes, this one. Okay, if LabVIEW equal 1, then your motor rotate is forward direction. Yeah, this topic is cleared. Now let's come on the next one, that is else if LabVIEW equal 2, then your motor rotate in backward. And now let's come on this function now, move backward. Yes, go down. Yes, this one. Okay, again I'm saying please write a code side by side. Yes, move backward, this one is our function, and in this function I'm at here this code here. Yeah, same digitalize, this one is our parameter. I'm enter here first left motor forward, and second right motor backward. This 2 pins is high, okay, and other 2 pins is low. In this code, one motor will rotate forward direction, you see, left motor forward high, okay, and the second motor rotate anti-clockwise direction, because I'm defining a motor backward. This pin, backward pin, is high, means this pin means one will rotate anti-clockwise direction and one will rotate clockwise direction, then your robot is rotating, okay. Yes, now let's come on the next, this one. Yeah, this is complete. Yes, next is else if lab equal as, means in the serial monitor if someone is enter as character, then this condition is execute, and in this condition I am using this function, that is move stop. Okay, now let's come on the move stop. Yeah, yes, this one. Okay, this one is a function move stop. In this function I am entering this code here. Yeah, digital right, this one is again our parameter, and I'm in this parameter I'm here right motor forward. Okay, this one is low. Left motor forward, this one is again low. Right motor forward again low, and left motor backward, that is low. Means 4 pins is low condition, then your motor, or we can say then your robot is stop condition. Okay, this one is our stop condition. Yes, means this one. Yeah, close the brackets, close this main brackets, this one. Yeah, now void loop complete, and we already cleared this topic. Read ping, this was ultrasonic. Now yes, our coding is complete very easily. Okay, now everyone is easy to understand step by step. Okay, now what you do, let's first verify. Yeah, and the next one is upload. Okay, yes, uploading is done. Okay, and you see I using the hardware right now. First let's check using the Arduino IDE programming. Okay, now you see they have serial monitor, open this one. Okay, and please remember this one is of ultrasonic range. Okay, and you see when I take the hand nearby this, and you see the value changed 0 2 3. Again remove, and you see, okay, like this. Yes, it's working well. Now let's what you do, we need to rotate the motor. Then first you see the character is 1. If you enter 1, then your motor rotate forward direction. Okay, now let's turn on the switch first here. This one is our main switch. Yes, activated. Yes, now I'm at here 1 and press enter, and you see both will rotate clockwise direction. Same this one also. Yeah, if I am at here 2, and you see in the condition in the 2 your motor rotate is backward, then I'm 2 and enter, and you see one will rotate anti-clockwise direction, this one, and one will rotate clockwise direction. That means your robot is start for rotating. Okay, now I am using this one. Okay, yes. Now next one is S. If someone is enter S means stop. Enter S and click to enter. Yeah, right now you see the motor is stopped. Okay, everything is done. Now let's turn off this switch. Okay, yeah, let's start do programming in LabVIEW. Yes, now right click on the block diagram and go to instrument IO, click to Visa, pin this one. First go to advanced, open, tag here, close, tag here. Yes, next one we need to use this read. Okay, because we need to read the ultrasonic distance. And next one we need to use the write, because we need to operate our robot car. Okay, yes, now select all and let's modify. Yeah, right click here and visible item, click to label. Okay, help of this you easy to understand. Visa open, Visa read, Visa write, Visa close. Yes, select all, control space, control W. Okay, now right click here, go to structure and create a while loop for continuity operation like this. Okay, now what we do, first this one is our Visa resource, right click, create a control. Okay, this one. And next one is, you see they have byte count Visa read, right click, create a control. This one, yes, byte count, right click, click to view as icon. next one is this visa right. Okay, now there how you need to read, like you need to operate your car forward direction, rotation and stop. Okay, now how you can do this condition, right click first, go to structure and create a case structure, this one. Yes, now right click here, go to silver and create a one switch, and right now let's I'm choose this one. Okay, now I'm use this one. Now this button for stop the robot. Okay, now what we do, let's first view as icon and click this one and connect to this one. Okay, when someone is press this one, then your robot is stop condition. Okay, now what we do, first right click here and go to string and create a constant. Okay, this one, yeah, and you need to enter capital S. Why I'm using capital S? Because in the Arduino programming I already define here S. When someone is press S, then your motor is stop condition, or we can say robot is stop. Okay, that's why I'm define here S, and this string directly connect to this terminal. Now what we do, let's go to false, means when you turn on your LabVIEW project, okay, without a stop button, then your robot is activate and start the work. Okay, yeah, and that's time go to false condition. Then what you do, right click here, go to structure and create a case structure here, like this. Yes, now you need to create a condition. First right click here and go to comparison, and let's choose the greater. Okay, this one, yeah, this one. Okay, and you see there are a function about the read buffer. Right click and create an indicator and click to view as icon, this one, read buffer, sorry, yeah, read buffer. Yes, and this one. Yes, first right click here and create a constant, this one. Okay, drag here. Yes, and this first terminal X you need to connect to this one, ultrasonic range. Okay, and second you need to connect this one. Okay, I meant here value if our distance range, like if our distance range is greater than 30, like I'm greater than 30, this one. Okay, if this value is greater than 30, then come to true, this condition. Okay, otherwise go to false. Okay, now let's come first true. Yeah, means ultrasonic distance value is greater than 30, then your robot start to forward direction. Okay, then in the forward we already define here like this one, if LabVIEW equal 1, then your robot rotate forward direction, then you need to define 1 here. Okay, how you can do this? Yeah, now right click here and go to silver. First let's choose the string and use the string control, this one. Okay, I meant here forward. Okay, forward direction. Let's increase their size. Yes, right click, go to view as icon, drag in true function, and this terminal connect to this directly like this. Okay, now okay, now what you do, this condition fulfill and you need to enter a forward direction means 1. Okay, why you need to enter 1? Because in Arduino programming you define if LabVIEW equal 1, then your robot rotate forward direction. Okay, and I'm declare this condition if ultrasonic value is greater than 30, then our robot start forward direction, means they have no any obstacle. Okay, yes, now let's go to false condition. Yeah, now what you do, let's copy this one like this. Yes, okay, this one, and connect to this terminal. Yes, and you need to define here robot 2 and stop. Right click, create a control, this one is for stop your VI. Now what we do, first remove your Arduino Uno, okay, or disconnect your robot car and reconnect again. Okay, yeah, now let's click to refresh. Yes, this one is my latest one. Okay, and click to run. And right now let's choose the byte count. Yeah, 6. Okay, now everything is done. Okay, now click to run. Okay, and let's increase the byte count. Yeah,
now you see, first what you do, you need to turn on your hardware main switch. Okay, yes, now it's activate. Okay, now you see I already pushed this button. This is stop button, that's why this robot is not start. Okay, now let's release this OK button. Okay, now you see robot start forward direction, both motor rotate forward direction. Okay, now if some obstacle nearby this ultrasonic and see the ultrasonic range in live view. Okay, and you see range is 0 or less than 30, then your robot start for rotating. Okay, you see one motor rotate forward direction, one is anti-clockwise direction. Okay, you see, and when I remove the hand and you see it's rotate clockwise direction, it's working well. Okay guys, right now you see I'm noting the using this servo motor. In the next part 2 we are using this servo motor, then this ultrasonic sensor first see left, right, and front, then it's rotate as per distance. Okay, if the distance is greater, then it's rotate in that direction. Yes, now let's check again. Yeah, okay, now you see one will rotate anti-clockwise, second is clockwise direction. It means your robot start. Now let's check the stop button, this one, it's working or not. Yeah, when I click to stop button and you see your robot is stop condition. Okay, when I again release this stop button, then your robot start for rotating. You see,
okay guys, thank you so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much guys.